Good morning. Actually got a nice quiet morning today. First quiet morning in about a week. So I am going to be painting a little garden-inspired piece. I want some fall florals. Trying to pick up on the golden hour palette of the watercolor challenge that Tracy and I are doing over on Instagram. So, working on including a few flowers and greens, a few insects, and we'll see how it goes. So I was thinking something like a black-eyed Susan first. Want it to come out really sketchy and quick. I don't want to spend so much time on these. So I've got a couple flowers placed over there. I want something over here. Let's make it a bit purpley. Sort of like the grasses, just like wildflower grass. Real feathery and sweet over there. So I've got my two major ends. I'm going to work on getting little stems in these now. Going for mossy greens. I wanted a little color bleed in that one while that petal was still wet. These paints just glide onto the paper. This is a Strathmore watercolor book. Hi, Montes. I haven't been painting too much this week live. I got some puppies. So they are currently downstairs with my fiance. They're running around, having fun, so that I get a little quiet. But they were very good while I was painting live on Thursday. To let those centers dry a little bit more. I got to work on my other little floral bit here. Tie in some greens. some stems. What dogs did you have again? So I've had Xena. She's my German Shepherd. Really, she thinks my mom is the greatest person, followed by my fiance, and then it's me. She sometimes busts down the door while I'm painting just to see what's going on and why I'm not paying attention to her. But these two new guys, they are 3 months old, and they're Bichon poodle mixes. So little fluffy fur babies right now. All right. Maybe a little sunflower type situation in here, and then I can work on greenery. So let's do one more tall guy. But I do want to add a little pollinator. So I don't want to completely fill up on florals for once. Got a little brown and blue to make a darker center there. And again, some more brown. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm sorry nobody else is going to be joining this live. It's just me today. All right. I'm working with my current favorite color palette. This is the KMS Blooms and Brews palette. Monty's, new brushes, which ones do you recommend? It depends if you like painting big or small, like what your paper sizes that you really like, right? So I've gotten comfortable with size 4 to make pretty decent sized petals. I think you could see here, small. They're really good Princeton sets. I know people like Escoda brushes that hold up really well. So you might be thinking, "Ooh, that might be a little pricey," but you're investing for years, right? Something that's going to last. But really, there's some nice cheapo brushes on Amazon that I use for my watercolor club, and they work fine, right? They're not bad. The paper is what I would suggest splurging on, right? So paper, even as a beginner, you're going to see progression faster if it's good paper. If you have really good brushes, you're not going to see a huge difference. You're welcome. So I don't know if this guy is looking very red sunflowery, but it's making me happy. Maybe I'll toss in a little more red with my caramel latte. This paper does dry up way faster than I'm used to, but as long as I go pretty quickly, I get really beautiful blends and bleeds. So I might be able to sneak in another layer of petals in there. I'm going to go for one of my very favorite greens, sea green from Mrs. Hand Painted. Get some big leaves in there. Okay. Time for some greenery in there, I think. I'm going to use that same green and maybe toss in a bit of brown. Okay, nice olivey green. And it's not the size I wanted to grab for this, but that's okay. Okay, I know I have to work pretty quickly on this paper. I don't want the leaves to look identical to everything else that I've done, but some continuity. And I have been on a dragonfly kick. I guess you can call it that. I've really only painted 2 in a row, but over on Instagram you can check out the recorded live that I did with Aduma for our watercolor summer series. And I had someone love it so much that she wanted one. So I'll show you. I painted this guy earlier. Look at that. I'm so proud of that little dragonfly. And this is a similar style as to what I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to lean into the fall, but he's so cute. And the colors here for the wings, that's algae and Pacific blue from KMS, super shimmery colors. And then I got a little bee over there. So I'm trying to continue the theme. Let's see, switching over to a smaller brush. Maybe I shift the green over a bit, and let's see. Maybe I can do one of the little ferns right in here. You can see I don't mind if I don't have a continuous line. I think it works even better and helps me figure out where I can put little branching details. Just gotta remember which way my ferns are curling. So I just want to stay real loose and not get bogged down by details. This is just for fun. Are any of you thinking about fall already, ready for summer to be over? It's kind of where I am, even though that means my summer break is over and I have to go back to work and less puppy time. I just want that nice cool air. Oh yeah, fall in New York City. I'm not too far away. Just some crisp air. And not muggy when you walk outside. You've had some of the same heat waves we've had to deal with in New Jersey, you know. All right. I went a little overboard with his frilliness and silliness over here. So I'm happy. I could have even made it floral and added some bells or something, but I'm okay right there. Maybe a little bee sitting on that. That would be cute. I can show you how I do my little bees. Okay, so it's kind of yellow head, leaving some room for a black eye, which means a black stripe kind of, or neck area, wiggly, yellow, wiggly, yellow. And then a little black bum over there. So let me zoom in a bit. And this is not my favorite paper to paint on, so I'm not going to get really cute details and bleeds, but it's okay. It's just a quick little sketch. And my black, I'm going to use this Silhouette color from KMS. And if my paint is a little wet, I should get some really cute fuzzy bleeds. And a cute little butt. Try and make them a little poofier and fuzzier. Okay. The wings are my favorite part of this. So I've just got some more of that Silhouette. Just with some of my dirty water, getting some detail in the wing. Same with the back wing. Okay, and then some legs perched on this, looking at the sunflower, I think. All right, that's my little bee. Okay, let me zoom out a bit. So now the question is, do I put a little buddy somewhere else? Maybe here? Or is it coming in for that sunflower again? Probably. Maybe I'll do that one off camera. But yeah, there we go. Just some fall florals, little garden patch, a buzz. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful Saturday. And I hope to see you again soon. Have a great rest of your day too, Monties. Bye.